Good afternoon and welcome live to West Park. It's currently a big bout, second versus fourth here. It's Burnie taking on Wynyard in the round 4 JMC Clash. My name's Bo Downham. It's a pleasure to have your company wherever you are watching from around the planet. Looking forward to watching how both of these two teams go. I only recognise one name, Thomas Leafheber, coming over from North Hobart last year. A couple of big bodies in the ruck. Effelston for the Dockers. They'll be kicking to your left of screen. Wynyard kicking to the right of screen. Leafheber in the midfielders, I would have presumed. And this one's shaping up to be a big game. It was hyped up during the week, so let's get it underway here. The umpire holds the ball aloft. It'll be Effelston in the ruck for Burnie. As we go into the middle. Tap down was one there from Marshall. A couple of midfield bulls at it early. Marshall will get this one and wheeling and going inside forward 50. It's a mark, nearly taken though by the young man in Effelston maybe. In fact, it was Bourne, sorry. So Bourne nearly taking that one-handed grab, and Clunk will see. Ball up inside forward 50 early. Effelston winning the tap down. Ball spilling out now to Griffiths for the first of the afternoon. Quick goal there from Smith. And they're underway quickly here at West Park. Wynyard by way of Ren Smith gets the first. It all happened very quickly. And it'll be a goal to the Cats early in the piece here. He just crumbed that one nicely, did Smith. So first of the afternoon going the way to the Cats. Marshall and Effelson. Effelson winning this one down. He's right on the ground though, Marshall. Kick going the way of Weller. Kicked 5 last week. Of course, no Bailey Bogue out there today for Burnie. He'll be playing in that state game tomorrow up at Utah's Stadium against Sandringham. No Dylan Smith either. So ball in the hands now of Weller. Or it might have been Howard instead as they drive a long kick inside forward 50. Coming the football, ball now bobbles out to Howard. Kick inside. The goal is cut off though. Long flying locks there of Josh Murray. Stabbing kick forward works out all right. To this outer wing, right in front of the patrons. Stabbing this one forward, back to Murray. Josh Murray looking for the switch. Lining him up. Though, really a strong mark taken there by Brian. Couldn't quite reel it in. A kick forward was good there from Kibiki, and nice little bobbling ball out the back. No one can really quite take it for the Cats, but this kick was a little bit too hot to handle. He had a lot to do there, did French. So free kick going the way of Kobe Lyons. He'll take some sort of kick from this angle if he can get it working for him. So Kobe Lyons is a left foot kick and absolutely shanks it. And on the full. Umpire appreciation round here around the States. So they're going to dump along one down the line, Burnie. Numbers support the Dockers. Nice little hand pass out there from Rowbottom. A driving kick inside the forward 50, but all on his lonesome is Griffiths. The kick was terrible, didn't work out at all. Flicking a hand pass over the top there was Brian. Good kick inside forward 50, works out, landing in the lap of Jenkins. So Jenkins to get a blow here for Burnie. It'll be some sort of kick. It is on line, but it will also just drift across the face of goal. French and Smith are a couple of inclusions for the Dockers, or the Cats today rather. Kick to Fleming, the skipper. He goes over the top to Lyons, who had that shot on goal earlier in the piece. He absolutely mongreled it. Lyons' kick worked out well, but wasn't brilliant. A couple of coaches going at it down there. It'll be landing in the hands of Billy Marshall. Sure how that wasn't 50. He might have overstepped the mark. Long kick inside forward 50. A couple of flyers fly right out the back though is Murray. Happy to see this one over the line and for behind. So 1-1-7. Here's the scorecard. Murray looks like he's going to rack up a couple of touches today. So let's see how he goes. Kick out to Fleming, or rather Walters. Hand pass over the top wasn't great. It was dicey, and running in there was Egger. Running around the opponent, Egger. Hand pass missed from Baker. Back to Egger, hugging the boundary line, and his intended target was well a bit nothing making of it. Free kick going the way of Dowling. Dumps a long one down the line. And Eccleston was the target. It goes through the hands of Hope, but numbers surround the football for the Cats. It's a scrubby kick, and popping it up there was Finn McInnes. So 6.5 gone early. It's a goal to the visiting team. Match of the day here on AFL Tasmania. It's up, down, and one as they drive a kick inside forward. 50 right out the back, trying to run onto it here is Bourne. He doesn't make anything of it. Dowling last on a defence, flicks the hand pass over the top, and they're out of trouble maybe prematurely as he just dumps this one down the line in the direction of its teammate. Does well, ends up in the hands of West. West's kick was really to no one in particular and really made it difficult for a teammate to make anything of it. West, and the kick will come back to French. Inboard kick off to a teammate. Running from behind there was Russell. Did a bit of media during the week, did Russell. Picking this one up there was Hope. A kick was in hope of someone, but nothing really happening for him as the boundary line really bet all comers. Over the top, their pass was good, but the kick not so great. Picking up was Kubicki. Off now to Smith. Smith had some runners in support. Driving kick inside forward 50 is beautiful off to Bourne. About a kick away from goal, you would have thought. So Bourne just had to dump a long one right to the teeth of goal. Who's going to make something of it? Ripping around his opponent was Wolf, but Eccleston had other ideas. Eccleston off to Walters. Walters to Rowbottom. Rowbottom stabs a kick. It was dicey for Jalen O'Brien, and kick inside forward 50 from Quebec is good. A tough contest there. It was Edgar at the bottom of that pack. It'll be a free kick going the way of the Cats though. So Weller will get the free kick here. Looking to make it 2 early in the term here for Wynyard. Just inside the arc of 50, he'll kick from about 35 metres out. Keegan Weller looking for his first of the afternoon and for his team's second. This to put the pressure on Burnie. Early in the piece, just kind of stabs at it. It was a really awkward looking kick. It's hit a car bonnet. But it doesn't matter how you kick him as long as you get them. Keegan Weller gets his first of the day, and we're out to a 12-point margin. Burnie only getting that point. So it's a costly miss for them. Scrappy game to start with. Go back into the middle now. The umpire will throw this one back up. Eccleston winning that battle. Crumbing it nicely was Oakley Smith. Driving kick inside forward 50. Coming out to meet it. A couple of Burnie Dockers players. Couldn't quite reel it in. At the bottom of the pack there was Taj Hope. Picking it up in support. And flicking over the top. Looking out of the tackle there was Hodgetts. Hodgetts with a kick intended for Eccleston, but he just got apprehended, and they're going to have to wheel and go into the middle of the ground with a dangerous kick, but it wasn't dicey in the end. It hit up Eli French. The kick just to the teeth of goal. A couple of fly, but crumbing the pack beautifully. It was O'Halloran. Got his kick smothered. Running into some trouble was Walters. The ball up. Tap down by Lee Marshall. They get a clearing kick out, but it might just be premature off to McInnes. McInnes spots up a target in the middle of the ground, does well. I think That's Smith. Smith has some support by Pennington, who can just go himself. It's a high, dazing kick forward. Last line of defence, though. The Cats will take it. Pennington not having a brilliant kick. It'll be coming back down where it came from. The kick had a little bit of pressure on it, but it'll be a mark. The kick out to the wing was taken by Geordie Dowling. Dowling off to Murray. Murray now stabbed a kick in the middle of the ground. Was a little bit dicey for the teammate Emick French. There's a couple of Frenchmen out there as we go back to Murray. Twelve's a little left foot kick out wide to Smith. Smith over the top to Brian. This is good build up here from Burnie, but just got his kick smothered, and the boundary line will be the favourite of the odds, but it does get kept in by Brasendale. Brasendale nearly jumping over the top. There was Ego, used his body perfectly, wants someone to come at him. One bounce, it was an awkward looking one, but shakes and bakes. Bounce didn't quite sit for him once, not twice. Spun around in the tackle. Last line is Wolf. Flicked a hand pass back inboard to Burnett. Scrappy sort of stuff here. What are they doing? What on earth were they doing, Wynyard? They just got himself into a whole lot of trouble. And Egger probably should have just went and kicked it. So kick down the line for McGuinness. Just in the hands of Weller, and we'll see a ball up. Effelston in front position was his man in Marshall, but he overreached him for the tackle. Russell over the top, hand pass to Smith, hugging the boundary line. The kick was inboard and the kick was good to Brian. Brian takes a little bit of yardage and had some support out. Just spilling the beans was Dylan Smith, the skipper, and boundary line beats everyone. Good looking throw in by the umpire. Effelston double fists it down. Over to Smith, who's had a couple of touches early. He goes over to Brian. Alex Winwood in the team for Burnie. Played a couple of weeks ago. Good cricketer. Not sure if he'd be watching. I think he plays for Ridgely, so let's take some sort of kick from Brian. On the right-hand side of the pocket, and just on the arc of 50. Literally kicks it from 50, but it's a high roosting ball. The distance wasn't the issue, but the accuracy was. We'll see it behind. So back to 11 points. Griffiths. This outer wing, Brian does well, the fist. Looking for Lefebvre to sort of get himself into the game here. Doesn't have too many disposals at the moment. We know how damaging he can be. Effelston got pushed under it by Marshall, but the umpire called not illegal, or not legal rather. Elfelston. Now he's going to go for goal as well, the big man. We're going to ride it home at West Park. A bit of a tougher kick. He puts a fair old shoe into Effelston. Again, the distance wasn't the problem, but the accuracy was. It doesn't even land in the field of play. There's a good roost on it. Just got there, and Griffiths will stream this one out of defence. The kick was good. He had a teammate and Howard in some space, went back and juggled the mark. He did have Tuxworth if he wanted to go for it, but he elected not to. Called to play on, so just has to put a kick down the line and hope for the best. Through the hands there of Berkery out of Burnie. And pass to McGuinness, right in front of the interchange bench, and boundary line will be all comers again. Free kick going the way of Wynyard. So Edwards, Keaton Edwards will dance around his opponent in Smith. The awkward left foot kick will just glued everyone. The mark was taken by Burkery, who hands it off to McGuinness. McGuinness and Burkery working in song, and down the line to Brian, who's had a couple of touches early. Back to Murray, and some time and space, who chipped a little 9-iron off to Smith, and they're going to run now inside forward 50. A good fist came from behind from Drodds, or Drodds maybe, and we'll see a boundary throw in. Had a side in front of the Dowling McCarthy Tyres sign. It's scrappy football, that's for sure. Not a lot of scoring, obviously, so it's been played between the arcs for the most part. And Marshall dancing out of traffic was Kubicki. Now off to left Heather, my man, and he'll kick it out to Edwards. Good build up. Callum Kubicki into the middle of the ground, but the kick was adventurous at best. He'll go out wide to Pennington, the number 50 in the helmet. Pennington down the line, a genuine one-on-one, and coming from the side was good from Kobe Lyons, but his opponent did well in French. Free kick against him in French. Their ball up rather. Running out was Rowbottom, or Rowbotham. I've been saying that wrong. Running out of trouble was Jenkins. William going, kicking in the middle of West Park is good. Get in the hands, the best ball user in Murray. Murray hooked a kick and looks good out wide now to Walters, who can go from 50. It's a low bullet pass. Kick to Ethelston, who puts the 1 mid up. There was an outnumber against Griffiths, and he's going to make you pay. Logan Ethelston. Relatively easy kick from here. Opens up the angle, and Ethelston gets them underway here at West Park. Good mark and clunk from the big vice captain. Does well. So 139 to 2-1-13. 4-point margin. It's tight back again. Good start from both of these teams. So going back into the middle now. Marshall winning the tap down on that occasion. In there was Kubicki, and if you're saying that wrong, please do let me know. There we go. Back out through left Heber. Kick from Lyons, inside forward 50. Beautiful mark from the side from Egger. Egger might just be out of range for him. He's looking like he's going to go back for it though. Egger stabbed a kick into the pocket. Beautiful work there by Wynyard. Kick from Flaming, just a little bit too much on it for Kubicki. Coming from the side there was French, but kick on goal was good in the direction of Wolf, and nothing eventuating from it will be behind. So 2-2 now. Dylan Smith with ball in hand, the skipper for Burnie. Smith. One kick down the line. Ethelston tried to go for another one-handed clunk, but got pushed over, the umpire said, so free kick going the way of him. What a big cut of a lad he is. As Ethelston will drive it down the line, and nearly taking the mark was Downey. Kick forward. Ends in the lap of Smith. running out of space and time, and only as far as Russell, the assistant coach, to drive this one down the line and just hope for the best. And sitting underneath it was Weller. Weller, stabbing kick over the head of Marshall, and will only go to Walters in the end. Walters off to Smith. Smith. Stab to kick to Walters. Walters dances around one and sends this outer wing. Walters to Walters. Nick Walters this time. So Harry Walters to Nick Walters. Murray. About 3 minutes left on the clock. Murray. The stabber kick forward. Fist came from Jacob French. Dancing out of trouble was Russell. He did well, but just ran himself into some Cats pressure. Kick to left Heber. Left Heber. Switching the football. Out now to Stafford. Stafford. Kick inside the corridor was really adventurous, and it didn't work out in the end. Intercepting was French. Big French. Really nothing to go to, so just had to wheel and dump a long one down the line. Going from the side there was Big Jack Halloran. Kick was up and under and dicey, but left Heber cut it off in the end and kicked it out to Howard. Howard down the boundary line to Stafford. Stafford. Howard. Oh, the kick wasn't brilliant, but making it work was Hodgetts. Hodgetts' kick was good to a player on this outer wing and just came from behind. Tuxworth couldn't quite reel it in the nick of time. Smith now off to French. He's been here, there and everywhere. A long kick inside forward, 50. Good mark standing underneath it was Howard, and just fists a hand pass out wide to a teammate, and the kick was good off to Kubicki. Kubicki now in the middle of West Park. Probably could have got it back if he wanted to, but Brasendale elected to go out wide. Kubicki had a lot to do with that kick. It wasn't brilliant. French just overrunning it. Kubicki might have needed up to himself. Had support from Brasendale and left Heber to drive them forward once more. Good kick. To Sharon Egger. So Egger with ball in hands. According to the stopwatch, it'll be on the siren, and this one will take his best. He's to extend it out to an 11-point lead. $11 points. Could have been the margin if he got it, but it drifted across the face of goal, so it'll only be 6 points. It'll be 139 to 2-3, 15. The goal scorers, Ren Smith opening it up, and Keegan Weller, as well as Effelston for the home team. A couple of good marks and a couple of pieces of play that you go back and watch and think, wow, they're really on today. So make sure you stick around. It's currently a 6-point lead going the way of Wynyard. Bow down in the commentary box. Make sure you stick around. We'll go for our first break of the day. We'll be back in about 5 minutes' time. Ball up inside forward 50 early. Effelson winning the tap down. Ball spilling out now to Griffiths for the first of the afternoon. Quick goal there from Smith. And they're underway quickly here. Burnie, early in the piece, just kind of stabs at it. It was a really awkward looking kick. It's hit a car bonnets, but it doesn't matter how you kick him as long as you get them. Keegan Weller gets his first of the day. He just got apprehended, and they're going to have to wheel and go into the middle of the ground with a dangerous kick, but it wasn't dicey in the end. It hit up Eli French. The kick just to the teeth of goal. A couple of fly, but crumbing the pack beautifully. It was O'Halloran, got his kick smothered. Running into some trouble was Walters. Relatively easy kick from here. Opens up the angle, and Effelston gets them underway here at West Park. Good mark and clunk from the big vice captain. There we go. Back out through Lefebvre. Kick from Lyons, inside forward 50. Beautiful mark from the side. He did up to himself. Had support from Brasendale, and Lefebvre to drive them forward once more. Good kick. $11 points. Could have been the margin if he got it, but it drifted across the face of goal, so it'll only be. Second term coming up live here from West Park. It's currently the visiting team taking a 6-point lead into the second term. Bo Downham in the commentary box with you for this game. Second verse fourth, Wynyard on the second place. Burnie obviously in the fourth. Quick kick out from Quebecy. Long kick inside forward 50. Wolf was the target. Ball just bobbling out the back. Pennington did well to Mopped that one up at defence, but it was a scrappy sort of kick out. But the speed and turning the afterjets on there as Jenkins does well to get a hand pass over the top as they go inside forward. 50, just a scrubby kick, and Brian with an outside of the boot kick. Quick start there from Burnie. Jalen Bryan getting his first of the day. And the first of the term. They did well there just to win the ball back. It was a really deep entry inside forward 50 for the Cats, but they won it back and they did really, really well just to get it within 30 seconds of the term starting. As Elphiston and Smith go at it. Marshall picking this one up, dug into the turf there by Walters. Tap down from Marshall, spiked it out of mid-air. Running onto this one is Russell. Did well on Pennington as well, but again, another scrubby kick didn't end up in the hands of anyone he wanted. Stafford now off the hands. Wolf just through the hands of him. Berkery and Wolf will be an interesting matchup all day. Fleming. And now some supply from the defenders to lead them out. And Murray was lurking around. He might get it, but French just had to flick a hand pass out wide. Running into a little bit of teammate trouble was Walters. It was Rowbottom and Walters nearly colliding there, and Walters laying a nice tackle, and equally was Rowbottom. Tapped down by Marshall into the hands of Stafford. He couldn't quite get rid of it in the nick of time. Smith flicked it out to Walters, or Russell rather, and Kubicki will get this one. Kubicki, a long kick inside forward 50. Wolf was out of the back. He was the target. Spinning out of trouble there was Tuxworth. Nifty kick inside. Finds a teammate. It was a good kick, and Marley Bourne will be the recipient of it. So Bourne to get them underway in this second term. It was a pretty easy kick. Well, right at home, and he likes it off the boot, Marley Bourne. That's his first of the afternoon, and back out to a goal lead to Wynyard. Back into the middle now. Tapped down by Marshall. Ball will be trapped instantly, and Rowbottom will take it in the tackle. Ball going nowhere. Tapped down by Elphiston. Running out of speed. There was Smith. Now off to the long legs in Marshall. Crushing the pack. A free kick going the way of Burnie. I think he might have mixed the goal kickers up. It might have been Wolf to get us underway. Just double check that as the kick goes forward. French turned around, spots up a teammate in O'Halloran. O'Halloran again kicking into the middle of the ground, finds Brian. Long kick down the line will hopefully find someone, but it doesn't. It'll land up in the lap of Griffiths. Was Smith to get that one, so clearing that one up. Left hammer off to Stafford. Stafford hugging the boundary line. Will kick over the top. The fist came from Murray, and boundary line beats all comers. It'll be a throw in. Neither ruckman really getting a convincing tap down. I think Effelson was more worried about the body. Smith wins the clearance and the kick goes inboard, hitting up Walters. Harry Walters just upheld. He wanted to go for a chip kick. It'll be more than 50 metres if he was to kick this. It will take some sort of kick. He won't go to centre it to the top of the goal square. Fist came from behind. Left Heber mopping up. Picking his pockets. There was West. It's a kick on goal. Right to the teeth, and dropping the ball was Hodgetts. So kick now out of defence to Griffiths. Griffiths' hand pass wasn't brilliant. He'll end up with the ball and nearly ran into some trouble. He got the kick away in the nick of time. Hand pass from Drodds. Awkward ball drop was good to Kubicki. Kubicki now spots up Ren Smith. Smith. Weller. Long kick inside forward. 50. The fly from the back from Drodds was good, or maybe it was Bourne in fact. Pennington had to shift this kick across the face of goal. Made his teammate do a lot of work. Egger tied along the boundary. Still Egger. Wanted to go for it. Kick in borders. Really good to Kubicki. Yeah, they fought that one really well to Wynyard. So Kubicki now with a kick on goal. It's working its way back right to the teeth. It'll be a behinds. So I think this is Russell to bring us back in. It will be Russell. Kick out of fullback was good to the advantage of Nick Walters. Actually living in one of those apartments behind the grandstand there. You don't even have to pay entry fee to get in. You watch a couple of heavyweight teams go at it. Murray. Now back to Russell. Russell with a high driving kick just to the edge of 50. Elphiston was the target. Nice little pick up to Brian. Brian flicks the hand pass off to Walters, who can stream in. Nick Walters! He gets his first, Nick Walters. And they cut the margin down back to a point here. Brilliantly done. I reckon the Bev show is lurking around the ground, because I can hear them saying, yeah, the Bev show. And a couple of games with him last year or year before, which was good. Effelson is a good commentator as well, Bev. Need to get him on. As Russell gets the kick inside forward 50. It's really turning the tide now. Spinning and going there is Jenkins. Right to the 20-metre mark. Free kick going the way of Burnie, I think it might be. And this for the lead. For the first time this quarter. And I think for the game, they're going to be looking to get this lead. Ball in the hands of the big bustling ruckman. It doesn't quite make the distance. It'll be off target. And through for a minor score. Might have been hope with that kick. I'm not sure if we can replay it, but it'll be out through Griffiths. Off to Stafford. The kick was dicey, but did work its way out to Jacob French. French. Kick was a little bit too hot, but standing underneath it was Fleming, the skipper. Fleming. Good fist from behind from McGuinness. Off now to Smith. Smith working in the phone booth. Off to Russell. He hands it off to Murray. Murray with a kick down the line and in search of hope, and leading out was O'Halloran. Jack O'Halloran flicking off to a teammate, running through. This is better from Burnie. It's an even ball game at the moment, but taken in. The Wynyard sandwich is Harry Walters. It'll be a block against Marshall. Going the way of Elphiston. Elphiston looking for his seconds. It's on a bit of a tougher task. It's a high kick towards the teeth of goal. The umpire barely had to move. Elphiston's got his seconds. And now Burnie have got the lead. It's tight at the moment. That is his seconds. And it's out to an even 6-point lead. Cracking game it is. Tapped down by Marshall, kicking off the deck there was Fleming. It's a kick inside forward 50 for Wynyard. Pennington with a fist from behind. Crumbing it was Smith. Kick out wide now. Finds French. Eli French it is. A couple of Frenchmen out there as we already said. French down the line. Coming off the bench was Wes. A big hit. Just got sat down on the bottom and we throw in. Right in front of the boundary line and right in front of the bench. Effelston just through the hands of Walters. He tried to go back and get it, but didn't quite work out. French just got slung in the tackle and we're ball up. Tap down there by Marshall. Effelston, nifty little tap down to Walters. He flicked the hand pass over the top. Nice little kick inside from French. Didn't quite hit the intended target. Defence from Drodds really pressing here as the kick just goes to Walters and final contact will be the call. So Brasendale has to go around the mark. How long have we been playing for? As we go out now to Smith. They have cut the corridor off well as we see Baker with ball in hand. Flynn Baker. Right in front of the interchange bench. There's a good mark, and the umpire called out on the full. It'll be Effelston with the recipient of this free kick. Kick now off to Walters. Dance around round one. Centering kick forward. Not a lot making of it though, Burnie, at the moment. Walters broke through the tackle. Spilling out now to French. Had to dance around one. Back to Nick Walters. Hooking the kick forward. Standing underneath it a couple of players. But Kubicki rose, and he rose well. Kubicki's kick was absolutely terrible. It was bit off and chewed up by Kynan West. He's going to have the Launceston Airport for his run-up. He's going to not even go for a goal. He'll stab a kick into the pocket. Nice lead out, but couldn't quite grab onto it. It was Brian, and the tackle was Downey. Tapped down by Marshall. He's done majority of the rock work. Egger out in front of Weller. His opponent in Dowling just did a much better job on him. Dowling flicked the hand pass over the top. Intercepted there by the skipper and Fleming. Bottom of the pack there was Solomon Tuxworth. We'll see a ball up. Marshall ripping out of mid-air, broke through a couple of tackles. Egger, Stafford, Kubicki, all the common suspects teaming up for Wynyard. Dancing out of trouble was Bourne, has a set shot on goal, right to the teeth. Wolf couldn't quite reel it in. Still with Wolf, slung around to the tackle. That's holding the football. Burnie just working harder than Wynyard at the moment. Not a lot to say for it on the scoreboard, but they are. Kick for Pennington was not brilliant. Kubicki just over the head of him. Back to Kubicki now. Kick inside the forward 50. It was a stabbing sort of kick, and Smith. It's hooking, it's hooking, it's hooking, it's there! Back to all even here. That's West Park. Ren Smith with another one for Wynyard. That's his second and his first of the quarter. So ball up, Marshall wins the tap down. Off now to Kubicki. He'll drive them inside forward 50 once more. Fist came from McGuinness, and boundary line is there. Thrown in and Effelston. Dowling got his kick away just in the nick of time. Again, the boundary line beats all comers. So a 3-goal to 1 term in favour of the home team. Effelston had a couple of bites of it. On all fours and flicking up there was Mason Hodgett. Smith. His hand pass didn't go to anyone in particular, not once but twice. Murray off to French, who's looked really dangerous in that midfield. Back to Murray, he's happy to take the tackle on, and holding the football is the call. I guess he didn't try make an attempt to get rid of it, so probably a good call from the umpire. Hands up in the hands of Smith, who's already kicked one today. Smith with a bullet pass and was cut off and wasn't very good. Jenkins it was, and see the ball up. Marshall. Kick from Edwards was smothered, but they're going to go again. Smith with a kick inside the forward 50. Bourne just overrunning it was his opponent. Dowling think the sandwich was that Wynyard player in Horn. Will be a throw up. Tap down there by Elphiston, right out in front of Pennington. Or Pennington, rather. He supplies a hand pass. French with a look-away hand pass. It ended up in the hands of Smith. Running through with a little bit of space was Murray with a kick inside the direction of the forward 50, but nearly crashed the pack, and Smith and Griffiths was the recipient of it. Wheeling and going now as Edwards just tripped over his own feet was the opponent. Kick out wide. Picks up Stafford. Stafford with a stabbing sort of kick forward over to Smith. They got no one back though. Really, I mean, you can see Effelson sort of guarding the space, and this kick might work out. Flying through the pack was Weller. Couldn't quite make anything of it. Swung around, and the tackle was Howard. Dangerous areas, and he's gone. Get up and lead now for the Dockers. O'Halloran. Kick was cut off though by Lyons, and the kick was adventurous inside the boundary. Agger kept it in and ends up on the bike track. Effelson ripped it out of the ruck and slapped on that right, but just cleared the area, and strong mark taken out by O'Halloran. Had a couple of good moments in a tight space of time. Russell down the line will end up out of play. So Griffiths takes a stroll. Nearly didn't sit up for him. Griffiths out now to a teammate who can go forward. So it's 4-4 apiece here. Kick wasn't brilliant, and French had a bit to do, but left Hebber mopped up and over hand pass and dished it out to Baker, who then dished it out onto the full. Walters off to Russell. Russell So Murray will be the recipient of that free kick. Not sure what was going on there. Murray off to Walters. Walters will drive a kick inside forward 50. Bryan stood underneath it. Coming out of defence was Baker. He just got stripped of it. Hot in the kitchen. It's a kick off the pack, and a result on a free kick out on the full. Kubicki. Kubicki now down the line. Effelston sat underneath it, but didn't reel the mark in. A couple of dancing steps there was good, and upended was Jenkins, and we holding the football. A bit of a stiff call if you ask me, but I don't think anyone is asking me as we tick down the seconds and minutes, excuse me, from Weller. About 2 minutes left on the clock. Tapping it down was Weller. Now off to Walters, kick in the middle of the ground, works out well to Smith. Smith out in front of Murray on the arc of 50. Stabbing kick forward. Fist came from behind, and ultimately the mark was taken by Cameron Drodds, who hand passes it over the top. Probably didn't need to do that. Hot in the kitchen, but Drodds makes something work out of nothing. But spilling the beans there was not brilliant by Baker. Holding the football to Cole. Russell with a booming kick inside forward 50, and Drodds happy to see this one out again. Nearly 26 minutes gone. Tap down right in front of the ruckman. It was Taj Hope in the ruck for Burnie, who won that clearance, but ripped out of the ruck there by Marshall and clears the area. Dump kick down the line, only premature, and Walters was the recipient. Off to Russell, back to Nick Walters, who will square a kick inside forward 50 over the head of Bryan, landing in the lap now of Jenkins. Snapping kick on goal. They're regained the lead, Burnie. Tyson Jenkins right on the eve of the siren. A little bit happening off the ball, it looks like, if we can get onto it. Yeah, still going here. So I think in amongst all that, the siren went, and the 5-4-34 to 4-4-28 here at the Oval, West Park it is. A little bit of argy-bargy. These two teams do not like each other. It's a final sort of feeling here at West Park. As we got the goal kickers for you, Jalen Brown in that second quarter, Luke Russell in the second quarter, and Jenkins as well with singles, and Russell's got two. And it'll be Ren Smith with two, Weller with one, and Bourne with one. We'll take a very, very short break here on the AFL Taz live stream. Bo Downham in the commentary box with you, driving you all the way through till the final siren of play. It's currently Burnie 5-4-34, Wynyard 4-4-28. It's an 6-point lead to the home team. Russell with a high on there as Jenkins does well to get a hand pass over the top as they go inside forward 50, just a scrubby kick, and Bryan with an outside of the boot kick. Quick start there from Burnie. A long kick inside forward 50. Wolf was out of the back. He was the target. Spinning out of trouble there was Tuxworth. Nifty kick inside. Finds a teammate. So Bourne to get them underway in this second term. It was a pretty easy kick. We'll ride it home, and he likes it off the boot, Marley Bourne. So Kubicki now with a kick on goal. It's working its way back right to the teeth. It'll be a behinds. Russell with a high driving kick just to the edge of 50. Elphiston was the target. Nice little pick up to Bryan. Bryan flicks the hand pass off to Walters, who can stream in. Nick Walters! His second. This one a bit of a tougher task. It's a high kick towards the teeth of goal. The umpire barely had to move. Effelston's got his seconds. And now Burnie have got the lead. Kubicki's kick was absolutely terrible. It was bit off and kick inside the forward 50. It was a stabbing sort of kick, and Smith, it's hooking, it's hooking, it's hooking, it's there! Back to all even here. Marshall clears the area. Dump kick down the line, only premature, and Walters was the recipient. Off to Russell, back to Nick Walters, who will square a kick inside forward 50 over the head of Bryan, landing in the lap now of Jenkins. Snapping kick on goal, there he done the lead, Burnie. Third quarter action from West Park is about to start, and it's currently the home team taking a 6-point advantage into this second half. Bo Downham in the commentary box with you this afternoon. A pleasure to have your company wherever you're watching from around the world. It's Burnie taking on Wynyard. The second versus fourth matchup has definitely been well enhanced as we see Quebecci with a change of boots. It was a tight kick out of the middle, only as far as the running McGuinness. McGuinness with a stabbing kick forward, but they've won the football again, Burnie. Over to Effelston. Effelston now off to Smith, a stabbing kick forward. It's beautiful and it's well rated, but there'll be a push in the back either way. Out in front of Walters. Walters looking for an early response. An early goal to settle the nerves here heading into this second half. Walters, it's drifting, it's right to the line. It's fisted through to be behind. Kick out down the line, Effelston. Nearly with another two-bite grab at it. Running along the boundary here is Oakley Smith. Umpire has called a free kick, plucking it to Burnie. Wheeling and going here is Oakley Smith. A high driving kick inside forward, 50. Brian, or rather O'Halloran was the target, and the kick out of the defensive 50 away. It's Lyons out in front of Pennington. Does well just to flick the hand pass back. Running out of trouble there's Burkery. Burkery with a hand pass off to Effelston. He in turn goes back to Smith, who drives a long one down the line out in front of French. It was a scrubby sort of kick forward. It didn't even make the 15 distance, and standing underneath it is Marshall, who might have just got a clobber across the noggin, and the boundary throw in. Throw favoured Effelston, and Smith wrapped up as soon as he took possession of the football. Tapped down by Marshall. There he goes out now to a running teammate in French. French off to Pennington. He gets himself out of trouble and off to French. French now off to the running hands of McGuinness. They're off to the gates here. Centering ball inside forward 50. O'Halloran took the clunk. Jack O'Halloran. It will take some sort of kick from this journey. He'll go over the bullseye. Some sort of kick for Jack O'Halloran. He might kick it from the centre square. He does, and he'll land the absolute roosting out of it, but doesn't even make the distance. The accuracy was the problem as well, and it'll be a kick into left header. Played a couple of years at North Hobart. Was a really decent pickup for them. Off to Egger. Egger off to Burn. Burn now off to Quebecci. Quebecci and Baker back to Quebecci. Bit of stat paddling as Quebecci goes back even further out to Brasendale. Brasendale to Drodds. Drodds will kick this one back now to Howard. They just cramped in at the moment, Wynyard. Howard. Brasendale. Kick wasn't brilliant. Had a bit to do to the teammate, but did it well. Winging with a driving kick in the forward 50. Wolf had to try keep it in, but didn't. Good throw in by the umpire. Tap down by Ethelson. Landing the lap of Pennington. Slung around to the tackle. Ball going nowhere. It'll be 5 minutes gone in this second half. Ethelston down to Walters. Walters' kick was adventurous at best to Jenkins, who kicked that goal on the halftime siren. There was a bit of feeling at the halftime interval. Kubicki. Kubicki now to drive along one inside forward 50. Wolf was the target off the hands of a few. It'll bobble around, and Smith was also lurking around. Lefebvre will charge through and toe poke it out of bounds for a throw in. Tap down by Wolf. Overrunning it there was Smith. Got the hand pass away from Smith, and we're going back in the way of Thomas Lefebvre. Lefebvre to Brasendale. Brazendel's kick was a pretty wobbly old thing, and Lefebvre had a lot to do trying to mop it up, only as far as Russell. The kick out wide of this wing is good. Touch Hope. It's a brilliant build up here from Burnie. Hope. He had just to kick it, and Hope will go to the top of the square. And nice on a defence is Smith, who will clear the area. And it might have been Griffiths actually. And off to Lefebvre. Lefebvre. Kubicki's kick just got cut off. Jenkins with a big flying fist. Kubicki will rove his own football and kick it out wide to Fleming, the skipper. Afters was there. It'll be hands down the field. I don't know if it was there, but maybe Fleming admits it wasn't there as well. There's a driving ball inside forward 50. Works out to Egger on the lead. Looking to strike first blood in the quarter. Oh, that second blood, first blood for them. Over the head of Lyons. Crumbing this one is Weller. Kick wasn't brilliant though, and off to Weller with a check side kick. Just got smothered and upended. Smith through the hands of him. Off the hands again of Ren Smith. Kubicki flicked the hand pass out now to Hodgetts. Behind will be the call. Murray. 1, 2 bounces. Kick out, but bobbled over the boundary line from Downey. We couldn't quite do anything with it. Ethelston off to Marshall. Kubicki with another kick inside forward 50. It might just work out. Wolf at the back of the pack there was McGuinness. Boundary line again. Tap down and rove by Ethelston. Kick was from McGuinness off to Lefebvre. Flicked it back to Kubicki. Ran out of a little bit of time, but had to set on goal right to the teeth. Ethelston will make sure that's it. Behind. Ethelstone, rather. Murray. Straight up the middle to Pennington. Pennington to Jenkins. Jenkins with a high up and under kick and a big collision. It was Howard coming out to meet it. Couldn't quite reel it in. Lyons now off to Griffiths. He put his teammate in a little bit of trouble, but was offering a hand of support and does end up in the hands back to Howard. Needing to switch, he does. Howard, Hodgetts, Drodds, and now to the half-back line. French. A lot of Frenches out there today. French to Egger. Egger just over the head of him, Effelston, and Mary line beats all comers again. Scrappy stuff to start this third term. Not a whole lot to talk about, only a 6-point lead to the home side. Egger with a high up and under kick. Wolf from the back and didn't make anything of it, but Quebecki just burst through the pack with pace and holding the football should be the call. It will be Pennington with a brilliant tackle, I should say. Pennington. Off to McGuinness. McGuinness hugging the boundary line to Smith. Smith now to Walters, I think it might be. Kick in board to Russell. Russell the hand pass over the top to Murray, who took a bit of tarmac and tried to make a kick work, which it does, out to Harry Walters. Walters with a good stabbing kick forward, hits up Rowbottom again. Rowbottom out wide now to Oakley Smith. He can run around and prance on the edge of the 50, but again, the inside 50 was not a brilliant kick-off to Griffiths, who intercepted that one. Griffiths now to Hodgetts. Hodgetts to a teammate, and the hand pass over the top to Smith. Lefebvre danced around one, so swift is Thomas Lefebvre. Kubicki, and high contact will be going his way. Kubicki. Hodgetts. Back to a teammate. Kick out wide to Drodds. Drodds now with a kick forward, and lethargic sort of build up here from either team. It ends up in the hands of Brasendale. Brasendale, the drive and kick inside, forward 50. The Flyers fly, but Dowling at the back was good. Dowling wasn't brilliant. So drive a kick out to Pennington. Pennington. In search of French, and it did get there and made it work. Did Eli French. Effelston from the back, but Lefebvre got a fist in just in the nick of time, and Marshall, the big ruckman down at ground level, can make a kick work, but only work it out of bounds. So Smith Nearly didn't make the distance, but it did to McGuinness. And Murray, who has dominated this game. Murray to surge a ball in the middle of the ground. He might even get this one back. Support comes. This is brilliant stuff here from Burnie. Kick from Rowbottom. Again, just cut off. Kubicki. It's being played between the arcs at the moment. Hand pass off to Kubicki, dancing around his opponent so swiftly as he drives another one inside forward, 50, and a couple of Burnie Dockers come to support, holding a man to be the call. It's just been scrappy and not unwatchable, but it certainly hasn't been a display of football as they kick out wide. Murray off to Russell, had a bit to deal with, ran himself into some trouble. It was Solomon Tuxworth with tackle. Tuxworth to dump a long one inside forward, 50. Smith was out the back and French as well. He just got slung into the goal post and we're behind. So Dylan Smith danced around Lions and again just dumped a long one out in front of a teammate. And again, not a lot happening. It's been played between the arcs at the moment. Both teams as they try and edge themselves closer to home. Murray. With a kick in board to Walters. Walters now with a kick out wide to French. Again, a lethargic build-up. It'd be frustrating as a coach out there because he's been playing end-to-end football as French to drive on inside forward 50 again. It was not a great kick and Griffiths cut that one off in a heartbeat. Hodgetts. In the middle now to French. French to Kubicki. Kubicki off to Fleming, just dropping the football. He cut off and free kick going the way of Wynyard. On kick. Searching for an opponent and all up again. 6 minutes to go in the quarter. No goals this term. Well, just a point. Murray, I'm not sure where the solution comes for both teams because as soon as they go inside forward 50, they haven't made anything of it. And passing it off to himself there was Downey. Downey to drive a kick inside, forward 50, out the back. There's a flyer in O'Halloran, but nothing eventuating again. Lefebvre. Smith. Fleming. It's just hard to watch football, isn't it? No one making anything of it. Maybe this might be the chance. Brian hugging the boundary line, sizes up the goals, hits a teammate, and he nearly made a meal of it, but it eventually gets a goal. Hope for the first of the quarter. Finally, we've got something to cheer about here at West Park. I mean, what the hell was going on? It took them nearly 20 minutes to get a goal. Either team. And Burnie just get a little eye-opener, and it's out to 11 points, and Wynyard on top of the ladder. They have a bit to think about coming into this half-time or three-quarter time break. Tap down by Marshall. Effelston in there as well. They're on the back foot now, the Cats. Dangerous area. Tap down by Marshall. And in front of Quebecki. He runs to 50. Scrubby kick forward. Was intended for Bourne. He just got slung around by Dowling. Umpire won't miss that. He was right in front of it. So Marley Byrne. They need this desperately, do the Cats. Byrne is hooking it back, it's swinging, it's back, and they love it! Byrne's got his second of the day. One in the first, one in the third term now, and it's back to 5 points here at West Park. This is shaping up to be a thriller. Back into the middle now, the dying stages of this third term. They finally get a goal, and both teams they're ruining their opportunities in front of goal. And this time on, and 2 minutes and counting left in this game. French just slipped over at the crucial time, wearing him like a glove was Edwards. A couple of the fans giving it to Byrne, but he looked cold as ice as we see Marshall with a really adventurous hand pass, but it might work out to Quebecki, who will try and get this clearance. He had a couple to beat with, and Murray will get slung around, and the peroxide hair. Umpire wasting no time. Off to Edwards. Edwards with a kick. Nearing the 50, still in the square. Lefebvre just left. Didn't put his body behind it. Flicking the hand pass off there was Smith. Pennington had a vision, and the vision wasn't too brilliant to look at the start, but it made it work by way of Jacob Murray over the feet of O'Halloran. Kicking ball out from Drodds right into the bullseye of West Park. Nice flick up and go from Rowbottom. A kick inside from the young man. Does well. Spots up a teammate in Liam O'Halloran. Kicks it off. Here is Walters. He can waltz into the 50 where he goes on goal and misses. Back to 6. Scrappy term of football, only one goal apiece. Pennington might change that. He's had a couple of scrubby kicks inside forward 50 today as Pennington, and this one will bobble out of reach, and Rowbottom was there, and free kick going the way of Wynyard. He wants to slow this one down now, does Rosendale, I think it might be. Kick down the line with a 2, Ruckman away. Effelston pushed his man underneath it, pushing the back was the call. We saw that right in front of the camera angle. Marshall with a scrubby kick again. It was not brilliant. Pressure is well and truly on here at West Park. Not long to go in the term. Effelston off now to McGuinness. It'll be another boundary throw in. They They've led it 2 changes, and they're going to lead in a third here or 1 change, sorry. They led it the halftime break, did Burnie. Only 6 points in it, rather, at that change as well. It'll be 5 points in it now as they search a kick down the line. So we in the hands of Marshall. Marshall will send this one and absolutely roost it. It's working its way back. The distance was good, but the accuracy was a miss. So a point to Burnie. It should be 6-8 now. Running out of defence. Point to Wynyard, rather. So it is right. 5 points differential. Thrown in by Marshall. Or tapped down, rather, by Marshall. And they'll go again. A longer quarter, this one. We're used to French. Brian, a little bit of time and space. The razzle-dazzle from Burnie. This to get a real hand on the game, but over the top was good from Griffiths. Off now to Fleming. Fleming to Smith. He's kicked the goal today, Ren Smith. Kicked the opener, in fact. Off to Stafford. Stafford, and the siren eludes them. A cracking term for football, not by way of goals, by way of intensity and pressure. It was pressure everywhere you looked in that third quarter. 6-7-43, 5-8-38. Goal kickers for that quarter. Curtis Brasendale with one. Oh, sorry, it was Marley Byrne with one to bring it back. Taj Hope cold as ice with one as well. It's a 5-point ball game. We have ourselves here at West Park. It's been a good gala day of football at the Burnie venue. Looking forward to bringing the last quarter with you. Bo Downham in the commentary box. It's a 5-point lead to the home team. Can they sustain it, or will Wynyard win the game overall? Let's see after this 3-quarter time break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. It's just hard to watch football, isn't it? No one making anything of it. Maybe this might be the chance. Brian hugging the boundary line, sizes up the goals, hits a teammate, and he nearly made a meal of it. No one making anything of it. Maybe this might be the chance. Brian hugging the boundary line, sizes up the goals, hits a teammate, and he nearly made a meal of it, but it eventually... They need this desperately, do the Cats. Burnie's hooking it back, it's swinging, it's back, and they love it! Burns got his second of the day. big last quarter needed from either team here. Only 5-point splits the difference. Bo Downham in the commentary box with you live from West Park up in Burnie. It's been a thrilling ball game to say the least. Second versus fourth is not disappointed here at West Park, as we see Smith might have been held with it. Umpire didn't say anything. Lefebvre just got slung around to the tackle, couldn't quite make anything of it. Walters can burst from outside forward 50. Nick Walters has kicked, just hits the woodwork and ends up for a out on the forward kick. So deep in defence for Wynyard. They'll be ruining those opportunities at that third quarter. Now off to French. A stabbing kick is beautiful and finds O'Halloran. Yeah, they had so many opportunities when they went inside forward 50 early in that third term. Wynyard, they'd be ruining them, and they'd be hoping that Burnie don't kick this goal, because it really puts them on the back foot early. I mean, the first goal of the quarter always counts. O'Halloran. Cold as ice, O'Halloran. He absolutely rips it through the middle, splits it and sends it into the car park. First goal of the term going the way of Burnie, so an upset might be brewing here at West Park. First of the last term, 7-7-49. It's an 11-point margin. Marshall ascending out of the ruck. Just flips the hand pass off. Lefebvre just lifted behind, and he nearly got it in the end. French will try and overrun this one, but only beating him and stripping him was Walters. 1-2 with the assistant coach and Russell. Out to Murray. A good kick inside forward, 50. I don't think the camera is just doing it justice at the moment. It's such a tough contest, and Walters will be taken in the tackle. Tap down and slap down by O'Halloran. Only as far as Stafford. He gets a kick out wide to a genuine foot race, and running out of speed and time was good there from Fleming to drive them forward. Overrunning it was McGuinness. He just got upended on his backside. Pushing through the pack was Berkery. A bit of ball up. Tap down by Effelson, but only as far as Lefebvre. Might have been collected high. Edwards with a snapping kick inside forward 50. Two big comers come to meet it, and flicking it up to Smith. It's a throw. Kick into the corridor, finds French. The Frenchman's been all around the ground today. He hits up Watkins. Or Walters rather. Walters, French can dance into an open goal, right to the teeth. It's a touched behind. And even 2 goals separates these teams. A hard-fought battle. Up the corridor they go. It's a kick to Kubicki. And the spread from Edwards, just fumbled it and smashed off by Smith. He had French in support. Lefebvre just overrunning it. Flicked it off to Smith. Back to Kubicki, and they have a little bit of time just to clear the area. Bourne, who kicked that goal nearing the end of the third quarter, did well, but again the numbers surrounded by the Dockers, and hugging the boundary line there was Oakley Smith. His kick didn't go too far, and Fleming with a silver service pass out, just splitting through the fingertips of Howard, and they'll drive another kick out of defence. Will wing it, it'll work up in the hands of the Dockers. Small forward in Tyson Jenkins. He's already kicked one, a stabbing kick right in the direction of the 50. Walters couldn't quite reel it in, had a couple to beat, did, got the hand pass away in the nick of time. It's on the kitchen. Umpire will throw this one back in. Baker overrunning it. Boy, oh boy, whew. It's tight at the moment. Marshall with a clearing kick out of defence. In front of Patterson. Mackay Patterson, I think is how you'd pronounce that. Ethelston. Kubicki dances round one, nearly ran himself in a little bit of trouble. The twinkle toes as Marshall twinkled that one right to the opponent in Russell, who's been good as he ever so is. Out in front of Murray, it just lands in the lap. He's been brilliant. A kick inside forward, 52 clunks was Walters, couldn't quite get there. Patterson ran into the jam. It'll be free. It won't, it'll be a boundary throw in, not too far out from goal. It's hot. It's really hot. Tap down one. Well, Kubicki did well, but only as far as Smith. One of the most impactful players, Dylan Smith, today. The skipper who stood up when it counts is Kubicki. Will get this one and take his sweet time. Sizing up the options. This next kick is a valuable kick as he switches the ground. It's terrible. It was cut off by O'Halloran and slung around in the tackle. It was Brasendale edging closer to the goal. Falling over there was Downey. Again, it was Brasendale in there. Kick off the turf was good from West, only as far as that clearing kick from Wynyard. Out to Marshall, who will rove the football down beneath his knees, off to Lyons. Lyons. Kobe it is. With a big kick, Ethelston and Marshall off to Smith. He's been brilliant. He has really been good as Dylan Smith. They'll drive another kick inside forward, 50. It's just over the head of Kubicki. And Drods back to Kubicki, who would have had about 25 today, I would have thought. Latrobe just got pushed over the line, and Burnie are looking up to the task. Slapped down by Ethelston. Tapping this one in is Downey. He had a bit to do. The check side kick. It was Hope. Two next to his name, Taj Hope. Brilliantly done. Just a little snap kick on goal. Second of the day for Taj Hope. 3 goals it is, it's 18 points. Tap down by Marshall. Rucks, roves, flicks the hand pass off. Smith, they need a quick answer. Nearly the answer was Howard. Murray with a tackle. Lefebvre keeping this one in. It's a centering football. Pennington's had some brilliant moments in this game. Been really solid as Zeke Pennington. Russell. Murray. Off to Russell. The kick was not brilliant though. Ball in the hands of Hodgetts. Danced around one, broke the ankles of Brian, now drives them forward once more, but the kick was just at the knees and Ethelston was Good just to keep the composure and kicked it back to Russell. Russell at the last line was Dowling. Back to Russell, who just cleared the area and went in the middle of the ground. Marshall stands underneath this one. 2 Dockers surround him and impact the marking contest. French laid a nice tackle, but Kubicki ultimately won the race. Stabbing kick inside forward 50. Pick up and go from Burnie. He struck the tackle. It's holding the football. Brilliant tackle it was. A kick down the line intended for O'Halloran. Didn't quite make it work. Left Heber with a kick inside forward 50. Spotted up a teammate in Bourne. Bourne. Oh, Scrubby. Terrible kick to Smith. Smith. French, the usual suspects in there for Burnie. Sets it down in front of a teammate who will drive this one, and Pennington was the target, and Kubicki happy to get this one over the boundary line. Umpire appreciation round. All across the state. Big weekend of football it is up in the north. Tapped down by Wolf, trying to get himself back into this game. Flicked the hand pass out from Brasendale. Now off to Bourne, who's worked his way up the ground, leaving really a big target forward for Wynyard as Bourne has sent them inside forward. 50 all on his lonesome though was Howard, who wanted to man up in the end. It'll be a high free kick going the way of Wynyard. Need this goal, and he shanked it. Don't even have him on the score sheet, on the team sheet rather. All about killing the minutes now. Murray, back to 17. Standing underneath it was Jenkins. Intercepting was Drodds. Crashing through the pack was Walters. Ball up.
Set it up, Penny!
My free kick. Over from Brian. The hand pass wasn't brilliant though. Come out to Smith. Fleming. Egger just needing a little bit of run and carry from Hodgetts. Wolf. Back to Fleming, who centers a kick for Smith. That is exactly where they started. It might be where they finish off that passage of play. To cut the margin down, back to 11 points. Ren Smith kicked the opener and hasn't kicked one since then. He's stabbed at it. It was an all good-looking ball drop. It's worked its way back. It's a goal. Smith has got 3. One in the first, one in the second, one in the fourth.
What was that?
Rusty. Have a look at the match up behind you if you need to.
Tap down by Elphiston. Quebecy just got his kick smothered by Smith. Running onto this one is French. It should have been holding. It was. I think it was actually. I thought he might have got the jumper pulled. So, dancing out of trouble is Weller. Kick inside, forward 50 awaits. Berkery at the back. Flick the hand pass off, a little bit too heavy for Smith. Wolf, Edwards, him and Pennington go at it. Effelston now. Pennington, Quebecy just got taken. Dan Smith, the coach of Wynyard, Andrew Lee for Burnie, can just wait for the time to tick down. Effelston rather, off now to Murray. Murray flicks a hand pass back in hope. It was Bottom hugging the boundary line, and the kick was good. Eggar, still with Eggar to drive them forward, and the kick just didn't quite have the legs to hit up the teammate in Howard. Smith, good run and dash. They got a little bit to do now though, as he's just tackled. Tap down, Effelston. French was the target. Bursting through was Lefebvre. Couldn't get his kick away in the nick of time. Smothering that one was Rowbottom at the bottom of the pack. French. Tap down by Marshall. Quebecy awaits this clearance. Off now to French with their ball up. Smith laying the tackle. Lefebvre getting stuck into him is Smith. Couple of Smiths, couple of Walters, couple of Frenches out there. A very common name up north as Marshall taps this one down. The advantage of a teammate who can just run onto it, but only as far as Oakley Smith again. Effelston to Dylan Smith. Too hot again. Tapped down by Marshall. Going inside. Forward 50 prematurely is Bennington. Off now, pick up and surge. It's by way of Nick Walters. He stabs a kick. So O'Halloran, Liam O'Halloran it is. Liam O'Halloran to get it back to 3 goals. They need this to really put Wynyard on the back burners. It's a high, lurking kick. Got there. O'Halloran gets it. 2 on the term. Great stuff by Burnie. Out to 17. Wynyard on the back foot. Marshall, Kubicki to drive them forward once more. This came from behind from Dowling. Pennington might just get this one and get his head taken off as well. Pennington. But a mark from Wynyard will drive them forward. Just on the arc of 50, it's Rem Smith. My gosh, do they need this goal if they want to remain any hope to get it down to 11. I don't think he's going to go for it. It'll drive a long one from Ren Smith, but on the last line is Ethelston. Ethelston maybe marked it if he wanted to. Smith. Nearly a pinpoint kick, but over the head of French. Driving on it was Eggar. The ruckman getting a decisive tap down. Splitting the middle there was Nick Walters. The ruckman again, getting a shallow tap down. Off now to Walters, flicking it back. And hugging the boundary line as Smith. Kick just got smothered and still went places. Edwards, chop of the arms. This is where Burnie are pressing and pressing and pressing it to kick. It's a foot race out in front of Harry Walters. Last line was Baker who put that one over the boundary line professionally and proactively. Round 4 of this JMC NWFL season. Closing game is nothing short of remarkable. Back to 16 now. Kubicki off to the left, Heber. Out in front of Drodds, now Stafford. Stafford with a tight kick inboard. Lyons slapped across there from Fleming. Bourne went for the body, not the ball. Dowling, I'm not sure what the free kick was for, but either way, it'll be a free kick going the way of Bourne. Bourne off to Edwards, who ran himself into a little bit of trouble. Got the kick away in the time. Clean bowled Pennington. Out the back here lurks Hodgett. Just got rid of it. Lyons, the kick is lurking its way back. Punched across the the behind line from Dowling. 15 the points, the margin it is now. Jacob Murray, or Josh Murray, sorry. Off to Russell. Russell back to Ethelston. Ethelston. Russell just got upended. Luke Russell to bomb a long one down the line. Boundary line was the target. Drodds. Marshall spun his way out of trouble not once but twice. Flicked it back to Bourne. No one supporting him though, and French will hand pass it off. O'Halloran. Ball in the hands of Emick French. Now to Murray, running down the clock. Some sort of victory it will be. Back to French. Had a kick in, ball to McGuinness. Didn't want to go to it. I fought this out to the end, Wynyard, but might not get the chocolates as we count down the seconds as they go down the line off to Elphiston. Elphiston kicks it back. The time wasting is professional and smooth. A short kick down the line to Murray, who's led them all day, the vice skipper. Precious time ticks down. Murray. Back to Russell. The siren couldn't come quick enough for these Dockers. Kicks it. Out to McGuinness. McGuinness again just stabs it back to Murray. A bit of kick to kick and some stat paddling going on here at West Park. It's been an enthralling contest as they go over to Nick Walters, who might have just spilt the ball. Umpire didn't think so. Nick Walters, led by Dylan Smith and the crew. He'll kick long down the line. Elphiston, the big ruckman's been brilliant all day. Boundary line beats them. There is the siren. An upset at West Park. Dylan Smith and the team have rattled the NWFL. They spoke during the week about who they thought were the contenders, and well, they might just be up there now. That's their second win of the year. They won't move any further, but what a brilliant game of football we've had at West Park. 9-8-62 to 6-11-47. And an accurate in front of goal might have cost the Cats a chance at winning this game. It was notable goal kickers by O'Halloran. Elphiston had a couple. Jenkins had one. Bryan and Russell, Walters had one. And for the visitors, it was Ren Smith with 3. Singles going to Weller, and also 2 going the way of Marley Broon. What a game of football we've witnessed here on the AFL Taz YouTube channel. It's been a pleasure to bring it to you. Bo Downham in the commentary box, 15 points. The lead, or the win, to the Burnie Dockers, who upset close rivals in Wynyard. Of course, we'll be back next week for some more action, but it's bye for now, live from West Park. Plays counts. O'Halloran. Cold as ice, O'Halloran. He absolutely rips it through the middle, splits it and sends it into the car park. Kick into the corridor, finds French. The Frenchman's been all around the ground today. He hits up Watkins. Or Walters rather. Walters, French can dance into an open goal, right to the teeth. It's a touched behind. Slapped down by Elphiston. Tapping this one in is Downey. He had a bit to do. The check side kick. It was hope. With a tackle. Lefebvre keeping this one in. It's a centering football. Pennington's had some brilliant moments in this game. Need this goal, and he shanked it. Don't even have him on the score sheet. On the team sheet, rather. Carry from Hodgetts. Wolf. Back to Fleming, who centers a kick for Smith. That is to 11 points. Ren Smith kicked the opener and hasn't kicked one since then. He's stabbed at it. It was an awkward-looking ball drop. It's worked its way back. It's a goal. Smith off now. Pick up and surge. It's by way of Nick Walters. He stabs a kick. Need this to really put Wynyard on the back burners. It's a high lurking kick. Got there. O'Halloran gets it.